Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Big John, Big John's Bully House. Over here taking care of the babies real quick. So, while I'm doing this, I think I'd go ahead and answer some questions that I had as well. Come on, little babies. Come on, babies. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, babies. Come on. Come on. I got your bed back in here. Come on. Come on. Come on, babies. Come on. Come on. Right there, look. Hey. You keep jumping at me, dude. We're gonna have an issue. Hey, babies. Here. Everybody relax. Here, go follow your brother in there. Go on. Go on, babies. Go on, get in there. Go on. Get in there. So, like I said, got a lot of questions, so get into answering some. Now, as far as stud fees, how does it work? How do we go about it? Come on, mamas. How does it work? How do we go about it? How does it take place? How do we do it? So, for instance, Kong, $1,500 stud fee. Female must be approved, must be ABKC registered. Come on, baby. Now when I say approved, let me see. We definitely want we want her to bring something to the table. When it comes to breeding dogs, excuse me, obviously, you know, there's a lot that comes with it, I guess, so to speak. You can't have a below average female and think because you go to a nice male, everything's going to work and everything is going to be fixed and your problems are going to be solved. We want to make sure this female brings something to the table just as much as the male brings something to the table. Now, with that being said, Kong is a very extreme boy. I mean, there's no doubt about it. For those asking, you know, is Kong as big as Gotti was, or is he going to be bigger than Gotti? And yes, Kong, as of right now, he'll be 2 August 26th. As of right now, Kong's head is bigger than Gotti's was. Kong's a freak, man. For sure. He is a freak. He's just a big monster boy. And at this age, at Gotti wasn't this big. I mean, Gotti was a monster. Don't get me wrong. Gotti was huge, man. Gotti was huge, but he was not like this. Gotti was here, right here. I know that's what you're going for. Taking care of babies. Yeah, Gotti was not this. It was not this. His head alone, man, Kong is unreal. It's crazy to see him in person. I know I try to get best video of him, to try to get everything the best I can, the best visual, and everything. It doesn't help. But back to the stud fees. So again, Kong is $1,500. Now, what you would do is, obviously, if you're close enough, you bring your female every other day. I like to start breeding, if the female, the first sign of heat, the first sign of blood, 8 days after. So on day 8, we would start doing artificial insemination. Every other day after that, until she's done flagging, would be what would consist of the breeding. Reasons I don't like doing shipping of semen is because nothing's guaranteed. A breeding in person isn't guaranteed. A surgical isn't guaranteed. The vet doing an AI for you isn't guaranteed. It just what it is. As far as puppies, when puppies come, I try to do my best to help sell pups for the clients that use my studs or clients that buy females from us, and you know what I mean? I try to help as much as possible because it is off of my yard, it is off of my blood, and it's been years and years of doing this. I want to try to help as much as possible to keep the value of our dogs where they're at. Now, again, that's not guaranteed. And I'm not going to guarantee you I'm going to sell your pups. I'm just trying to help you. So with that being said, anybody that buys pups from us, man, your best bet is to start putting in your homework and start putting in your work and start doing what's necessary and what needs to be done to get your dog out there, to get your dog seen, to get your dog known. I'm not going to do all the work. I'm not going to do that. I know a lot of people are like, well, I bought a dog from you. Yeah, you bought a dog from me. That's your dog now. You don't buy a dog from me and then I put in all the work. That's not how this works. So when it comes to pups and litters, I will try my best to go ahead and help you advertise and push those puppies. But I will be paid for my time in doing so. I will be paid for it. And I charge $500 a pup. Each pup that sells, I charge $500 for that. Why? Because I put in the time, I put in the work, I put in the advertising and promotion. If that's not what, people think is, I guess, affordable or, reasonable, then you put in your own work and you keep all the money. It's that simple. But if you want somebody that has a platform and has knowledge and, has customer base and clientele base and people that want pups, then you pay for that promotion. You pay for that. It's like anything else. You have a business and you want to promote it and you want to push it, you pay for advertising and promotion. I mean, you can look on Facebook. You have to pay for promotion on Facebook if you want your stuff to be seen. It's just how the world works, man. So that's what that, entails. Now again, I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to sell the pups. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to sell everything for you. I'm not guaranteeing anything. This is just what life is, man. Life is not a guarantee. As far as, example. Now, if I have partnerships, then it's the same thing. They have litters, they have pups, they do breedings with my studs, vice versa, whatever the case may be. It's the same thing. And I know a lot of people are like, man, your partners, they shouldn't have to pay. Absolutely. I had to pay. I had to pave this way. I had to put the foundation down, the concrete slab, and make my own path. And I had to pay to do so. Nothing in life is free. If you want handouts, you're in the wrong business. If you want handouts, you're in the wrong motherfucking life. Ain't nothing for free. You have to work for it. You have to earn your spot. And go back in, baby. Huh? You go back in, babies. Huh? You have to pave your way, man. And I know quite a few very well-known kennels. I know people that's been doing it for years, and nothing was handed to them. They had to make their own path, pave their own way, and it takes a lot of time, takes money, and it takes away from your personal life, and takes away from everything. Here, mamas, here, hold on. We're gonna get you in there. Here, come here. Get you back in there with your brothers. Come here. Go ahead, baby. Get in with your brothers. You know, when I started doing dogs, when I first came in, early 2000s, man, I had, let me see, what was it? You know, this shit off me. I had a Miss Gotti and Godzilla granddaughter. Her name was Peaches. Supposed to be an American Bully, came out more classic style. You know, early 2000s, obviously, fucking American Bully was still a growing thing. It's still a growing thing now, man. Nothing's perfect. Excuse me. Anybody that looks into the breeding, follows the breeding, watches litters, and watches productions, you see that. You see some litters that come out that still have that old style look, that old classic look, that it's not what a lot of the bullies are today. And when I say bullies, I'm talking American bullies. I'm not talking this fucking other bullshit. I'm talking American bullies. So when you do a breeding, the way that I do my breedings is it's very simple, man. I know my dogs. So again, before I jump to that, let me go back, man. My fucking ADD boy got me all over the place, man. Trying to jump all over to cover everything. So back when I got Peaches, early 2000s, Miss Gotti and Godzilla granddaughter. So when I got her, I bred her to a 2 times throwing knuckle grandson. Now, for a lot of people that have been into the American Bullies for a very long time, throwing knuckles was a very, very, very well-known edge dog. That was one of my first breedings in the American Bully world, was Miss Peaches to throw a 2 times throwing knuckle grandson. Pups come out beautiful, man. I mean, nice. I was happy with what I had. Came out great. Then I got Shorty. I got Shorty from Kev Green, man. Shout out to him, BRC Global owner. Now, BRC Global owner. Got Shorty from him, man, up in Racine, Wisconsin. And then I traveled 6 hours out after picking up Shorty and picked up a bitch named Kelly, Edge bitch. First breeding I did with them, man, Kelly fucking killed the whole litter. I was like, okay, that didn't go as planned, you know, which sometimes it doesn't. So I ended up, along the line, I got Remy, my old XL female. By the time I sold Remy, and I sold her, no, you know, there's nothing to do with her. I had fucking old game bred bitch, man, that just wanted to eat everything. And one day, Remy was one of the things that she wanted to eat. So I ended up placing her out to a gentleman out in Oklahoma. Remy, man, beautiful. Blue brindle, man, just a fucking powerhouse of an XL female, man. Old school blood, man. She was just insane female. Loved her, man, big loved her, man. Only dog that my old lady really was like okay with, I guess. My old lady has a fear of dogs. She got bit when she was younger, so she has a fear of dogs. But even with this female being as big as she was, my old lady was comfortable with her. That's how good this dog was. She used to break into the house, or not break into the house, but come through the back door, come and sit in the kitchen, and wouldn't get out of the kitchen until my old lady opened a pack of hot dogs and made her go outside. She knew how to get my old lady to give her what she wanted. So 2012, I got Hooch. So when I got Hooch at 6 weeks. Hooch was off of Big B Bullies Konami times West Coast Gaudier / Two-Face. I knew when I seen Hooch, man, I'm like, this is the one. This is it. I finally got the one that I want. Watched him grow, watched him mature. Hooch set the platform for me. I got bashed for Hooch. People talk shit, fucking whatever. It comes with dogs. It comes with anything in life. But breeding dogs especially. Hooch paved the fucking way. I had people all over wanting to breed the hooch. Bashar Dowd from Mustang Bullies was one of them. At the time, he had a female. What was her name, man? Little chocolate and white bitch. Hopefully the name comes to me. But even Bashar himself hit me up about hooch, especially after he seen hooch bred to Nina. Nina was an edge bitch I got off of Straight Up Boogies George. Well, I got it from Marlon Calvert, which he got it from Straight Up Boogies George. Ended up getting Nina. Produced Princess. Princess was the all black female with a little tiny white patch like a C on her chest. Princess was shorter than hooch and just as extreme. If you go back in my videos on YouTube, it'd probably be like 6 years ago, 7 years ago maybe, you'll see hooch inside my garage now with kennels. You'll see hooch and you'll see his daughter Princess, man. She was more extreme than hooch was. And it was crazy as fuck because she was a female. After people started seeing that is when people really started to flock towards me and shit. After seeing hooch and how he was looking, and hooch was 14 inches tall to Withers, man. ABKC had him wicketed at an ABKC show. And then Rick Wilson used to be Pure Country Kennels up here in Erie, Illinois. Measured his head. His head was 24 and a half inches, 24 and 3/4 inches, and that gentleman measured his head. When people ask me on my videos, man, how big is his head? You know, what's the width? What's his chest width? I don't measure that shit, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't measure it. Somebody asked me, hey man, how big is his head? It's big as fuck. That's the answer you'll get. He's big as fuck. Now, you know, I do like to measure the height because there's a certain height that I want to stay under. And, you know, dealing with pockets, obviously you have to stay under a certain height. But with all that being said, anyways, back to this shit, man. I'm telling you guys, man, I start talking and 1,000 things come on my mind and I start fucking getting scatterbrained. But, so when hooch started producing, people started seeing him, and I started taking hooch to shows. Me knowing that because hooch had a knuckle in his left paw, so I couldn't show him in the show ring. He wasn't show worthy, I guess, so to speak. So I took him to shows for more of eye candy, fun shows. Freak on a Leash, Most Extreme, Best Gotti Line, Best Red. Excuse me. You guys see the trophies, man. I've done it with all of those. I did it with Princess. Princess is best female nobility, most extreme female. Hooch, Gotti, fucking Savage. Savage was my ABKC show dog. I'll throw his ass in fucking there. I got all them ribbons with all that. I got Remy's ribbons for best XL, mid XL female and shit. I've got all types of shit. So once that started happening, and I started to see, okay, now Hooch is producing his look, right? Hooch is producing not only his look, but it's very consistent, man. He's throwing clones, he's throwing spitting images of himself, males and females. Like, okay, this is it, man. This is it. I got it now. Here we go. When people ask me, hey, man, how come you don't do outcrosses? I do outcrosses, but it has to be a certain outcross. It has to be something that makes sense to me and something that's going to help my yard, not hurt my yard. So when I do outcrosses, I am very, very particular and very, very strict about what I do outcrosses with. I work too fucking hard to get where I am. I work too hard to make sure what I produce and what we throw and what comes to the table is just as good, if not better, than every breeding before, and it has been exactly that every step of the way. But I also want to make sure the health is never sacrificed. I don't want fucking murmurs. I don't want murmurs. I don't need murmurs. I don't need fucking dock tails, corkscrew tails, kink tails. I don't need that shit. Um, a lot of times people, talk about Easty Westy. Easty Westy a lot of times is caused by the owner more than the breeding. And what I mean by that is when you have a puppies and you're feeding them on the ground. 9 times out of 10, you put the bowl on the ground, water bowl on the ground, dogs are eating it on the ground. Causes the puppy's feet, paws to start to turn up. Raise that food bowl up, that water bowl up, that dog has no choice but to stand straight down and push up to get its food and its water. So 9 times out of 10, when it comes to Easty Westy, that is more of an owner's fault than a breeder's fault. Keep that fucking in mind. When it comes to this, all of these new fads, man, everything that you guys see now, if you do follow the American Bully breed, and you see all this bullshit, you'll see new color this or new color that, and fucking long hair this and long hair that, and fucking hairless and no fur and fucking. Those are fads that people are getting into for a quick dollar. They die out and they die out very quickly, and you never see them fucking people again. And it's something that comes with this. But hooch. So back in 2012, I started breeding hooch. Back in 2013, early 2014. If you go back and you look, and I mean, you ain't got to go back. You just watch the fucking video I did yesterday with Tom. That's 2 times Hooch's grandson. Hooch will be gone for 2 years coming up here. Hooch, his birthday is actually coming up, man. May 28th, my boy. We've been 12. May 28th here. Fucked up, man. I was just thinking about all that last night. Had a memory pop up of Savage. I lost Savage 3 years ago. It brought back a lot of memories of after losing Savage. Seemed like I lost everything, man. I lost my mother. I lost my dogs. I lost Gotti. I lost Hooch. I lost my father. Fucking. It was just back to back to back to fucking back. But that's neither here or there. So, anyways, back to the consistency. You go back and you look at Hooch. Hooch has a very particular look and a very distinct look. Very distinct traits. So does Kong. Kong is just cleaner, taller, more correct. Go back and look at Gotti. Gotti as well. Little freak of nature, very distinct look, very in his own lane, I guess is what you would call it. A dog that's in his own lane. That was Hooch, that was Savage, that's Capone, that's Gotti, that's Calm. That's our fucking females that we have. Chico, Luna, Lucy, Coco, Cookie, Saint, Foxy, Blanca. They're all dogs in their own lanes, man. And so when it comes down to this, this leads back to why I try to help customers that buy females from us and breed them. I try to keep our value of where it's at now. Same thing with studs and stud fees. I try to keep those same values intact, man. So when it comes to breeding, yes, I will help. I'm not going to do it all. I'm not going to do everything, man. It's not unless you plan on paying me to do everything, and I promise you, you do not want that bill. Because if I got to do everything, I got to help take care of the pups, and I got to promote the pups, and I got to push the pups, and I got to sell the pups, and I got to set up the shipping for the pups, and I got to talk to the customers. You don't want that bill. And trust me, I get paid before anybody else gets paid. it's one of them situations. All deposits will come through my account. I will take my fees and I will send you the rest. That's how that would go. I don't want to be that person, you know what I mean? And this comes with this, man. Like I said, 2024, there's a new way of doing business, and I'm going to make sure I take care of me before I take care of anybody else. That has always been my downfall, is I try to take care of everybody else and make sure everybody else eats before I eat. That don't happen no more, man. You starve, that's because you chose to starve. You can't sell your pups, it's because you chose not to promote, push, and advertise and do your fucking job. So, with that being said, this is what comes with it, man. You gotta pay to play, and sometimes paying ain't cheap, and playing ain't for fun. When it comes to whelping litters, it's a fucking nightmare. 9 times out of 10. It is joyful to watch them grow, and it is joyful to watch them move and open their eyes and hear their first growls and barks and walks, and watch them develop into beautiful animals that they are. But it's a fucking nightmare. It is. Anybody tells you anything different is a fucking liar. I promise you, I guarantee it, they're a liar. Because there are sleepless nights, long sleepless nights. Takes away from your family, takes away from your personal life, takes away from everything. So, hopefully this gives, I guess, a better understanding of how I do business and why I do business and why I do what I do and why I charge what I charge. Man, we have a very, very distinct and very consistent look. And it all started because of Hooch, and I owe everything that I have to that boy. Wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Hooch, man. So when I say I owe everything to him, I truly mean it, that I owe everything to a dog. And it's my boy Hooch that I owe it to. Nobody paved the fucking way for me. Nobody helped me. Nobody helped promote me. Nobody helped push me. Nobody did shit. I did it all on my own. When it comes to doing these dogs, make sure you're ready to do the same thing. If you're not, then you have a pet and enjoy your dog. I had this conversation not too long ago. It don't take much to get caught up in the bullshit. It doesn't. You can get caught up in the bullshit very, very quickly, where you worry about everything other than the dog. I enjoy my dogs. My dogs are my babies. My dogs are my part of my family. If I can go a year, 2 years, whatever, without having a litter, and I still have my dogs. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't affect me. It is what it is. The moment you start feeling like, man, I would rather just be an owner instead of a breeder, is when you realize and you know you fell into the bullshit, man. Because at the end of the day, you've always been a dog owner and you've always just had a dog. When people ask me, man, I'm just a guy with some fucking dogs. I like what I do. I like to have some pups. I like to produce what I have, and at the end of the day, here we are. I don't go out here and tell people that I'm the best in the fucking world. I don't tell people that I have the best in the world. I try to remain very, very humble about what I have and what I do and where I'm going. Do I watch other people? No. Why? Because I have my own shit to worry about. Dog food property, tree property, dog food and tree property, dog property, home property, kids, family. That's what I have to worry about, man. So, yeah, hopefully that all this helps clear some things up, man. And it helps me by doing a video instead of trying to fucking talk to 100 people about the same exact thing over and over again. So yes, gist of it all, if you buy a pup from us, yes, I do try to help. Can't make everything happen. I can't do it all for you. I'm not a fucking magician. This ain't a magic show. So, that's the best way I can fucking explain it. And I'm just, it's not me being an asshole. This is just who I am. This is how I speak. This is how I talk. I'm very blunt. I'm very open. I'm very straightforward. I'm not gonna bullshit you and fucking sell you some bullshit. It's just not gonna happen, man. I'm gonna give it to you straight. Take it how you take it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Take it for what it's worth, or don't listen to anything I said. It's just the way it's gonna be. But yeah, give a huge shout out, man, to all the subscribers, new and old, likes, shares, comments, followers, all the love that I get. continue to get. God damn it, motherfucker got my shirt caught in this motherfucking chair. Huge shout out to you guys, man. As always, take care. God bless. Stay safe. We love y'all.